What's up, everybody? Shawn here, back with another live Live to Roll. This week, we're hanging out with our friends from Chicago, or out in the Chicago area. I don't know exactly where you guys are, but we'll get into some intros in a second here and get into everything. But yeah, we have an awesome topic, awesome show for you guys today. I am Shawn. I'm a C5, C6 quad from a snowboarding accident 18 years ago. Tom, why don't you give a quick intro?
What's up, everybody? I'm Tom Conaway. In case you haven't uh, watched the show before, I'm a C6B quadriplegic. I'm from an automobile accident 25 years ago. Bobby?
Thanks a lot. Hey, congratulations, Team USA, moving on to round of
Yeah.
16. Way to go.
Ooh,
Doing
yeah.
Yeah.
amazing. I'm Bobby Rohan. I'm a C56 quadriplegic of 33 years. But enough about us three bozos. Let's get to our wonderful guest today, Jason and Jesse. Introduce yourself for us, please.
All right, yeah, I'm Jason, Jason Luke. I'm a T2, T4 paraplegic. I've been injured since 2008, and this is my fiance Jesse.
I've I've been a
Segue.
C6, C7 quadriplegic for 20 years from an automobile accident as well.
We met Jesse and Jason at the Abilities Expo in Chicago. We're lucky enough to be neighbors, hanging out all weekend together, and hit it off from the start. It was really great to kick it and hang out. And gosh, Chicago feels like so long ago.
I
Now.
know it was.
It's
So,
great.
best neighbors ever.
We're,
That was
You
we're
guys
here
were
in
too.
Nebraska. We're located in Lincoln, Nebraska.
Oh, you guys are in
Okay,
Nebraska. Dang, you guys came from
Yes,
Nebraska. I didn't even realize you came from. Don't
that's
you guys do
Lincoln,
the
a
workout group with Nikki and Ashley, or don't you do or a support group, or is that online?
the Leaders Program.
Yeah, the leader. Yeah.
Yeah, it's online. It's all online.
Oh, okay, okay. My bad. I was totally thinking you guys were in that area, in that same,
um.
not
No, we
Chicago.
we were out there for the expo, and that was about it.
Well, do
Okay,
you want to
awesome.
tell us a little bit about what brought you to the Abilities Expo?
Well, Kush Pocket.
Cush Pockets,
Yeah,
that's right.
yeah.
Accessible
Try to
accessories
sell our
that we
product.
all know and love. Can you tell us a
And
little bit about Cush Pockets? What you're pushing all weekend? What are they?
Yeah, what do you
yeah,
get?
it's been around since 2019. I started it in June of 2019. It's patented. It's trademarked. Let's see. I sell mainly. Um, well, let's see how I started. I started in 2019, and I remember one day I was just rolling in the kitchen, and I was like, I need a pocket right here. I was in my manual chair, and I'm like, why isn't there a pocket right here? I keep dropping stuff off my lap, and and then I just came up with the Cush pocket, and that's the Abilities Expo in Schaumburg that I met you at. That was our first expo we did. We did two since
Okay.
then, and they were good. But the
Uh,
expo, that was our first expo, and that was overwhelming. That was a lot of people. We did sell
yeah.
every product we brought, so that was
Yeah,
a good thing.
You didn't
no,
that's
bring
that's cool,
awesome.
man.
Yeah, so we sold just everything, and it was a good trip. That was fun. I think we'll do
Nice.
that next year, and the two other ones we did.
Which two did you
So
guys
from there,
do?
Yeah.
Which other two did you do?
we did one in Kansas City, and then we did one in Iowa, Des Moines.
And those weren't abilities expos; those were just other disability.
Uh,
It
there
was a
were
ability fair.
there were ability fairs. They weren't
Nice.
part of the Abilities Expo. You
Sure.
know, yeah,
Yeah.
We
not the deal. It was
nothing
just
against the
other
Abilities
people,
Expo, but we should take some
but I
notes and
think they're
find some
involved with
abilities
United
fairs.
Spinal. You know,
Okay, yeah, I think I'm kind of familiar. I'd love to like track down some of those abilities fairs out here in California too, and go set up Live to Roll, and that's a great idea. But tell me a little bit more about a Cush Pocket. How's it attached to your chair? Let's how's it flow with the
All right.
chair?
Yeah.
We are always talking about accessible accessories, cool little things we could, attach and add on to our lives to just like what you said, make something a little easier, a little bit more accessible, like
I
having a
got
bag
I had a
nearby.
review. I got a review today from a man. He bought a Cush Pocket. He's a 64-year-old wheelchair user. He's been on a chair for a long time, and he said this is the best product ever. It's on my website. He just left a review. It's like a page long, but
That's
basically,
awesome.
I mean, yeah, it's a
Like you said,
damn good.
he used a lot of them. He's been, and this is the best one he's had.
Yeah, I mean, it's a simple product.
Yeah,
That's
you
just
guys'
it.
design is
It's
nice.
just
It's a
too
good.
simple.
Everybody needs it. It's great.
You know,
So,
it's right there. It's easy to get to. It can be used on an electric chair. You know, you might have to modify a few things, but you usually can get it to fit. Next year, I'm going to come out with, well, in a couple months, we're going to have a smaller version that might go into some of these, electric chairs where you might not have enough room for the
yeah.
Yeah.
bigger
Every
model.
I
And lots
let me.
of
I'll
kids.
try to pull up a picture. I should have pulled up pictures. My fault on that. You guys have just been busy, but it is a really cool product design. It's super simple. It's just a pocket that hangs with like a plate that slides under your cushion. That's why it's a cush pocket. It's cushion.
Yeah,
It slides
it's
right
a
under your
bendable
cushion. You
plastic
could.
board.
Yeah, it's a nice pass. It's super simple, awesome design. Like it's really. I was impressed. Honestly, it
Yeah,
was a cool. And
that's
you
why.
guys' website, I was looking at your website when I was just checking stuff out, for these last couple days. And you guys have a really good website. Like, who builds your
Thank you.
website? I was curious. It's
Thank
really
you.
clean.
Uh, um, I did it, and then I just actually paid a Shopify partner $150 to go through and clean it up. So
Damn. All right, because
it's
I was
my
impressed with the
design, but
website.
it's yeah.
Do we
um,
gotta do we got a
It's
link to the
simple,
website
just like
too?
push pocket.
I do
No
have the
page.
website linked in the description, so you guys can check it
Yeah,
out for yourself. It's down in the description below. You can check it out. It's just really
yeah.
clean.
Jesse's in there.
Um,
She's got a video.
Yeah, I loved it
so
because when I was in my manual chair, like I didn't have anywhere to hang my purse, and
Yeah.
if it was on my back, I was always dropping it or getting snagged and ripping my straps, and I had nowhere to put anything on my manual wheelchair. So that's the best thing I've ever had. I don't
Yeah,
lose it.
they're awesome. I mean,
Yeah,
sometimes stuff falls off our lap right in the cush pocket,
oh, that's the best.
and it's
Yeah.
like, oh, good save.
Store, yeah.
so-
When you pick
Uh,
stuff off the floor, we set it in the cush pocket because you can't get up too high. I
Yeah,
mean, there's
like
a lot of
I'll
good
yeah.
use
reasons.
like when one of them reachers, like a grabber,
yeah.
to get stuff off the floor, and so like I'll grab it and I'll have to just aim it and drop them into my cush pocket, whatever I drop.
And then our drinks and coffees and big McDonald's drinks. It's yeah. I mean, we just stuff everything in there.
Yeah.
You don't
It's
have, you
And
don't have to have one there in front of you
a
that you
catheter
can.
bag. Yeah.
you
What's
guys have
that?
one on you right there?
You
Yeah.
have one that you
Yeah,
Yeah.
We'll
I guess.
can put you on
get
the
into other
spot.
stuff too, but for now, we want to
throw
check out
it. I'll
the.
pull it out.
Oh, you want to back up?
You want to back up and see it, or you just
yeah,
Yeah.
sure. I mean, whatever you
Yeah.
guys want to do. You can take out the cush pocket if you want. Um,
Yeah, that's a good
take it
idea.
out? You take one out.
I think it's a unique design in
Yeah.
that
And see how
um,
easy that slid out too. That's pretty nice.
Well, see,
Yeah, I
I
mean,
don't even Velcro mine because it stays.
Yeah, it
And
comes
yeah.
with
all you gotta do
Velcro.
is sit on it, pretty
You
much.
know, I pull the Velcro off, and then you put that on the seat sling, on your wheelchair. So 2 pieces of Velcro, and the bag stays onto the board. That it's bendable, it's plastic, and those are rivets, so it holds on there pretty good. And the
Yeah.
outside, it's got a magnetic flap,
oh, magnetic, nice.
holds
I like
on
that.
holds stuff pretty secure in there. 2 magnets. I increased it by one, and then the zipper. Can you see that?
Uh-huh.
Mhm.
I don't know whether you can see it or not, but the zipper is just so simple. I mean,
Yeah.
Anybody can use it.
And it's
Um,
like a O-ring zipper, so
yeah,
people that have, disability in their fingers, they can easily
Well,
open.
we're all part of the quad squad except for Jason, so
Right?
which is all it's all good. He's still part of the fam, but we know how difficult it is. When it comes to utilizing bag openings, and love the magnetic strap, the simple zipper. With the little loop on it to just hook the finger and slide it back and forth. Like that's about as quad friendly as you can get. And
yeah.
I
You've
remember
seen a
even
lot of the
trying.
features Jesse included. You've noticed the quad-friendly features. Those are
Yeah.
all
Yeah.
Jesse.
No, that's helpful
He
because
just
that's
made it
what
real
that,
simple for you
Together.
guys. He made it real
Well,
simple.
well, there's a lot of accessible accessories out there, but very few are kind of full spectrum, and that it might be awesome for wheelchair users, but like not so great or easy for quadriplegics because of just one or two little features that are
Yeah,
thought of. So it's very cool and exciting to see cool intuitive design that kind of thinks of everybody, because that works great for
yeah,
paraplegics, quadriplegics, anything in between, um,
Right.
and that's on the kind of stuff that excites me when it comes to like finding cool accessories and things like that. I love intuitive design, and I remember even trying it out the expo too. It's not hard to just like, even as a quad, like take it like that little bendy like board just slips right under there, and then the
I
weight of
know.
your butt just holds it in
yeah.
place. Like
Mhm.
it's very close. It's super low profile too, which I
hmm
usually
That's
keep a side bag on my chair, but it's like a struggle every day, going out with my big bag, getting through doors and stuff, especially in the power
exactly.
chair. And the cush pocket sits so low profile, it's not even out past like the width of the armrest, because it's hugging right next to your cushion, which I love. It's cool. Like it's kind of invisible. You barely even see it until you drop what you need right in the cush pocket. You
Yeah,
know.
Yes,
that's cool.
exactly.
Yeah.
And
Oh, yeah.
it's nice that you were saying it's kind of like a cup holder too, how it holds your
yeah,
drinks
that
and
kind of doubles.
Oh, yeah.
big
I
cup. So
definitely use it for that. And I'm in
Uh,
my
s-
in my manual chair. It stays back. It don't rub against my legs. It
yeah.
kind of stays back a little bit, so it's nice.
Well,
nice.
that's the
Yeah,
other thing I liked about it, is you could just as easily slide down to the front of your cushion and just have a little pouch right in between your legs too, which is like a super
yeah.
convenient location for a lot of
And
people,
you can even do
like
that on
versus
your
having
power
on the
chair
side. Yeah,
if you wanted. You know.
which is
But,
honestly where most of my stuff slides, is like right off my lap, in between my legs, down
Onto
to
your
my
foot
feet.
plate.
Yep, onto my
yeah,
foot plate.
like
Anybody that knows
yeah,
me
like
can
for the
attest.
next model would be probably good for that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, we went through a big, just sold one,
Yeah.
yeah.
You guys just saw.
You
That's
guys hear
awesome.
that?
You guys just
Yeah,
got to
we
say,
did.
yeah, we could hear the say. You could hear the little cashier. Now
Nice.
that's cool.
So,
You guys are getting.
and how
Yeah.
much for the how
Well,
much
I just
for
started actually. I had two campaigns just start like tonight at the same time. I did
Okay.
a new mobility campaign and a United Spinal campaign, and I think they both just launched him like tonight. Like I'm
awesome?
Cool,
in
man.
the the Abilities Expo has a marketplace now, and so I'm in that.
Oh
And
wow, I didn't
then
even do that.
also New Mobility, I'm on their
Right.
Facebook, Instagram targeting campaign.
Yeah, we're gonna have
Yeah.
to talk afterwards on some of this stuff because I need to
Yeah.
work on some of this stuff for Live to Roll out here.
Jason's got sounds like he got some
yeah,
good business savvy and sense.
yeah,
And I
man.
mean, we all know it's probably come from Jesse, right? Like,
Well, you
What, uh, make make
Yeah.
sure, Jason, that you send it to spinalcord.com because they voted us best podcast and best YouTube of 2022. So we're number one.
awesome.
And
SpinalCord.com.
yeah,
yeah.
SpinalCord.com.
spinalcord.com. And they rate products on there all the time. So maybe you can get some free advertisement from them. Say, hey, check out our product for 2023. So maybe
Yeah,
Is
and
that
then
somebody
they
what
feature you get.
is that what SpinalCord.com does? They
It features all kinds of different stuff. Like it shared, yeah, it had like us and like as the podcasters, YouTubers. It shared other like spinal cord injury
A lot
resources.
of like
It's all
ADA
spinal cord injury and brain
information.
injury resources. So they share
okay.
products, resources, all kinds of stuff.
I found a
Yeah.
great product on there to walk my dog where it velcroed around my wrist. and they had it on there as a review, and I was like, that's perfect. Then I don't have to worry about slipping off my hand. So it was just a perfect thing to
Yeah,
hook to
but is
my
he gonna
That
pull you
that
off?
that
Yeah.
might have been our friend Mickey that just bought one.
right, Mickey.
Our friend Mickey out here from Triumph said she just bought one, so she might have been your order right now.
Well, we
Should we cut
appreciate
it
the
here,
love,
Bobby?
Mickey, and
uh,
yeah, anybody who's curious, please inquire a
Where
little
is
bit
he?
more into Kush
My
Pockets
phone.
because they're pretty cool and pretty awesome.
and run by
Um,
this, disability company, run by disability, people with disabilities is like always what we're about. We're supporting small business and
Yeah,
trying to support each other in the community here. So.
definitely.
And while real quick to shout out, Think Therapy. Thank you for the $5 super
No.
sticker. Appreciate that. That's awesome.
and we
Yeah,
appreciate
thank you
everybody
for
in
the
the chat.
support. And
What's
yeah,
up,
thanks everybody in
Bree?
the chat.
C7 Quad for 19 years. What's up, our friend Kelly? How I roll, and Mickey and everybody. Thank you guys so much for watching. We appreciate and love you guys. Hope your holidays are going great. Hope everybody had a great Thanksgiving. I'm sorry I missed last week, everybody.
And
I
Nikki
had
and
a
Ashley also were in the chat too. So,
yeah. I went out and celebrated Sean's birthday and got a little stomach bug from him or something. I don't know, but wasn't feeling
bro,
good
you
Yeah.
were
when he
the
went
only
there.
one that got sick. So I don't know what you tried to play in the tacos we ate, but bro,
But
I
Hey,
was.
that's what came up the next day. So that's
we
all.
made an
That's all I
executive
could
decision.
blame.
We made an
Uh,
executive decision. You cannot
Yeah.
miss
And we
anymore
had a
because
good
Ron and
Thanksgiving.
I
We had
were
a lot
kind
of
of
food.
lost where we had to bring on Ashley and Nikki because we needed some
Yeah,
commentary. We were boring, we needed somebody like you, so we brought in our favorite ladies
yeah.
from the.
Last week, Ashley and Nikki were in the chat and just ended up popping on the show as guest host since Tom was
yeah, no,
out.
that was funny. I watched that.
Where were you
That
at,
That
was
was
that was
Tom?
cool.
great.
You just weren't feeling good?
I was sick. Last Monday was Sean's birthday, and we went out and got King Taco, and we went to Top Golf, and I had a couple of cocktails, and then I went back home to my girlfriend's place, and I had like I bought some extra food for lunch, and like I had some food late. It was like sitting in my bag for a couple hours. I mean. Shit, I eat like a couple-hour-old tacos all my life, and without fault. But I woke up Tuesday morning just really super stomach sick, just like throwing up, really nauseous. And I was trying to pull it together, but it wasn't happening. I don't know, like anybody that knows, like stomach sick is the worst sick, especially when you're feeling really nauseous. It was pretty tough. So
I'm
that's why I
wondering if
missed
you guys
last
been
week.
doing your videos every week.
Dude, we've been
So
doing these for like almost 2 years now.
Right when the pandemic
Really?
started.
Yeah.
That's amazing.
yeah, I
So
think we
Uh,
Jason and
have between
Jesse,
all of our shows, like, gosh, over 100 episodes, 100
yeah.
something. Yeah.
We've been going
Um,
pretty.
so
yeah,
Jesse and
no,
Jason and Jesse, tell us a little bit about yourselves, how you became a couple.
Mm.
So,
well,
yeah,
we
Um,
could
now we're gonna
start.
get into the personal life.
When's the big date? You said you guys are engaged. Do
we
you
don't
guys
have
have
a
a date
date.
set?
Um, let's see.
We're not married already?
Right.
I thought we were already
It feels
married.
like we're married.
Well,
Uh,
it's funny, and I
but we've
don't
been
mean to
together
like.
8 years. We met. It's a funny story how we met. I came out of my apartment. I lived downtown, and I come out and I'm in my manual chair, and I see this her.
Her.
I see Jesse way at the end of the street on the corner in her power chair looking down at her phone. I'm like, I know her, but I'm like, I've never talked to her, but I'm going to go say hi today. I just feel good. I don't know. I'm going to go say hi. And I did. And then, well, that was
And that
about
was
it.
the.
And then
Yeah.
we've
And
been
that was that.
She was lost.
I was
I showed her
lost.
where she,
I got a handicap parking
yeah,
ticket
she got a handicap parking
No.
ticket.
for parking in the handicap stall,
So we had to go
right?
deal with
What?
that. And
And I
then
didn't know where it was, and he knew downtown.
we
And
walked
then
around for a while, or rolled around for a while, and then
and then he told me later he took me the long way around so he could roll with me.
Nice.
Yeah.
I like I like that move.
I
That's
introduced her to a couple people that were like me, so I was impressing her. Okay, Jason.
Yeah.
that's cool.
Yeah.
That's cool.
I felt
Oh,
cool.
that's super funny.
But
No,
no,
I
it
mean
was
I was
fun.
super drawn to Jesse and Jason, not just because they were like neighbors at the Abilities Expo, but you guys are like the first
Funny
couple that I
stories.
met that like are both in chairs. Like I don't know, all
Yeah.
the shine always goes on like the interabled couples with like the one AB and like the one wheelchair user, but you don't often see like two wheelchair users relationships together. Well, at least I haven't
That's what
come
I'm saying.
across
We
too
had a
many.
lot of conversation.
Yeah,
Just the 10 minutes we talked, we could have talked a lot longer.
Yeah.
no,
But we
exactly.
knew it's like we both experienced the same shit. It's like, yeah, I hate that shit.
It's
Yo,
actually even funnier is because I remember him from like a couple of years before that. I was practicing at the Paralyzed Veterans of America for rugby with the team, and he rolled in. And usually, I'm the first person on the team to introduce myself and show him how to play and tell him to get in a chair and just try it out. And when I saw him, he was the only person I didn't go up and talk to. I was like, oh,
Aw,
he's too cute.
whatever.
That's
Uh,
what I remember.
Nice.
shy.
So
Somebody got
yeah,
shy.
so when he came up, I was pretty much a little
We've seen each other here and there, I guess, but I don't know.
So you guys are from the
so
same area, like same like uh,
I was gonna
Well,
say,
part of town.
yeah. I mean, we're the same age.
Okay.
Um, she's from a small town in Nebraska. I'm from Omaha
Okay.
originally.
well. I was born in a small town, but then I moved to Washington State when I was 5, and so I
okay,
grew up in Washington, and I moved back here when I was 16. So I actually didn't know Nebraska at all, and
And I moved to Lincoln just for Madonna rehab. So, and I stayed here. I had another business going, but I stayed here, and then I met her, and I've just not left. So,
yeah, that's kind of how the story goes. Meet a pretty lady and end up hanging around.
yeah, I mean,
Longer than
um,
borrowed the hoodie
now,
and never got it back.
that's so funny. Jason, how long have you been in a chair? I think you may have
I've
said
been in
earlier,
the chair
but
since 2008. So, what was that 14?
okay,
About 14 years.
14.
all right.
Yeah.
And when you guys
It
met,
was a car
you're
accident.
okay,
It was a car accident. So they found me. I wasn't breathing. They life flighted, but they resuscitated me.
Oh wow, you were.
Life flighted me to a hospital. I was in a coma for a few days. They took me to another hospital, and they did the surgery. And then I did a little. I don't remember, but then they transferred me to another hospital. I did some therapy, and then I left that hospital. I went to Madonna, and that's where I finished and stayed. So
okay. And is Madonna a pretty good rehab facility in Nebraska?
yeah, it's one of the better ones here in the Midwest.
Okay,
So if you it's one of the better ones here.
Now,
yeah,
now it is like
Like Chicago has a couple good ones, really good ones,
yeah.
and then there's Madonna. Like if you're in Kansas or Missouri or Iowa, I guess maybe.
Is it?
okay,
And then out that way, then you start hitting like what Shepherd out there too. How far is Shepherd?
I think that's Atlanta in Georgia.
Oh
Yeah,
yeah,
I think
yeah,
that's down
that's
by Florida.
that's
okay,
down yeah south.
And yeah, we're right in the middle, so that's a little ways. But
yeah.
yeah, like the Shepherd Center, they have a lot of stuff. Me and her used to go up to
Courage Kenny,
the Courage Kenny in Minnesota.
Minnesota, to do
So
the
we'd
Geiger
go up
or the
there and
Giger.
use the Giger machine. Have you ever heard of that?
no, what
I
is
don't know.
that?
No.
From
Love
Switzerland,
it.
and I wanted to get one. It's a Giger. You lay on it, a quad or a para can use it. You put all four limbs up and imagine like you're on a cycle and all four of your limbs are going at the same time. And it's through like a computer.
Yeah, they tie your feet like to a pedal, like a bike pedal, so then
Yeah.
your hands will move the
Yeah. So it
and the
kind of,
wheels.
it knows if your body's helping or not.
Yeah.
Hmm.
I have utilized a machine similar to that. The college that I attended, they had a little rehab, PT training thing, and they had a machine they'd strap your legs to, and it would just like basically cycle your legs, and it didn't have the arm part. It just like
Oh,
strapped your legs.
No,
FES
no, no.
at the FES bike.
Yeah, something like that.
Yeah,
I
No,
think that was
we
it.
we have
actually we
that.
have an FES. This is
Okay,
a Giger, GIGER.com, but
okay.
it's actually from Switzerland. The guy who made it, his dad had a spinal cord injury. He invented it, and then his son took over. Um, but yeah, it's like the new thing. The Shepherd Center has one. I mean, it'll restore your nervous system.
Uh-huh.
So it restores it.
Yeah.
You know,
Um, I
that's what
mean
it does.
Like
that.
it's
That's cool.
body like in the most natural position it can be in. Like I have like a hand cycle,
Yeah.
and after my hand cycle I'm always sore because I go all at it. My elbows are up, like pushing too hard.
Yeah,
But
and
with
just
this
like
thing, you're just
yeah, in
you're
like 20 minutes of doing it, you move like 45,000 muscles and joints.
Wow.
So it's
Whoa,
like 1 week of like hard exercise in 20 minutes.
that's
but
Crazy.
crazy.
it
But
doesn't feel that hard. Like it feels good when you're
I don't
done.
know why Madonna doesn't have one. I'll probably get one, eventually, but
Okay.
they're they're still
Do
pretty expensive.
you both
That's
We
exercise
have the we have
frequently?
the Geiger we really don't use. Um,
FES.
or the FES. I mean, I'm sorry. We have the FES. We have some standards. We use the weight machine,
Like
but
uh like an upper tone?
Well, it's
like
just
a
a Bowflex right now.
Bowflex.
I
Okay.
do that tonal thing.
Yeah,
I
yeah,
wonder.
yeah.
I don't know. Since
So
quadriplegic, I don't know
you
what
guys
else to do.
you you use the regular version, not the quad version.
Right?
My At my girlfriend's house, they have a upper tone machine that we got from one of our friends, and basically it's kind of similar to Bowflex. Like it has a lot of those exercises on it, but it just doesn't have the bench. It has the space for the wheelchair and just some modifications to
Right.
make like the weights and the
Yeah.
exercises a
Oh,
little bit more like wheelchair friendly, especially like quad friendly. Um,
exactly.
but that's very cool. Do you guys both exercise regularly?
Yeah, we try to. Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Yeah.
Well, since I mean,
I mean, I'm in my manual a lot. Like I just got out of my manual chair and gotten this.
So
I
yeah, you
noticed
guys
that
go
you
back and
hop back
forth a
and
lot.
forth.
Yeah, you guys do the back
Yeah.
and forth a lot. That's cool.
I go back
Utilizing.
and forth a lot, like quite a bit. Like tomorrow, I have to work on a power chair. I have to change out the batteries. So I'll get into my manual chair, and I have a motorcycle lift. I'll jack up my power chair, and I'll pull the batteries out, and I'll put the batteries in. So that's
Nice.
my project tomorrow.
Yeah.
So that's
How
what
about
I forgot. You do some mechanic work and stuff then, right? Is that like
Yeah.
there's chair mechanics? Do you car mechanics? What else do you what else do you do build
Like a
work
jack
Well,
of
on?
all
right now,
trades.
I'm just doing chair, just
Okay.
chair, and that's more like a hobby. It kind of
what
got me
got
started to help pay for Kush Pocket,
okay.
Nice.
I
so
was
that
gonna
helped
say
me get my
what got
first
you into
order.
that? Like what got you into chair mechanics? Just
I
interest?
met Jesse, and I love to buy and sell and work on stuff. And man, when I started buying. It was like 100, 200, $300 chairs, and I'd make a few $100. But now I'm buying like $3,000 chairs, you
Yeah.
know, and I'm making a little bit more. But yeah, it
Uh,
took 5 years
I think
to
so.
get
He's
this
always
far.
having to repair mine. Mine's always falling apart.
That's right.
So I
hey,
Yeah,
keep fixing
That's
it.
usually the
I've done
case.
more repairs just on our stuff.
But it's pretty
that's not a bad perk, you know.
yeah, I know.
Yeah, like you can see my chair, man. It's just,
I told him. I was like,
I'm
your
like,
chair.
it's dying, it's dead.
He's like, it's the best chair out there. I'm like, yeah,
I'm always telling her, oh, it's the best chair.
like in the junkyard.
Yeah.
It's the best chair.
That's pretty interesting.
That
But
is
I don't
he's
want
I've
to.
got
been
so many
I don't want to
of
drive them because they're so new.
them.
I'm like, I don't want to scratch them, and they're worth money.
He's hoarding
yeah.
them. He's collecting them now.
I don't know, and I got a brand new manual,
Okay.
so.
Do
And
you
I
guys live?
drive. I have an old van. I drive with the manual, so.
Okay.
And
Do
then
you
we
drive,
drive
Jesse?
a new van with the power chairs.
Do you drive just?
What's that?
what was that?
What's
You
that?
cut out, Tom.
Do you drive as well, Jesse? Do you drive?
Yeah.
Yeah, I drive.
Okay.
Yeah, better than him.
Better than him.
Better than-
Nice.
Well, every once in a while, from
Go on
people.
road trips. I do all the driving there. I do all the driving back, and
I'm not gonna say she don't drive, but she
I do
drives.
I do. And then
Uh, do you drive from your chair or do you transfer into the driver's seat?
no, I just drive from my chair. Yeah.
Okay.
I do both.
Okay.
This is awesome.
And Jesse, do you use a manual chair as well, or you just stick with the power chair?
I have a couple of manual chairs, and then he doesn't really like it when I get in my manual chairs. Well, like as in, I try to drive from them, and like I have
that's
power
harder.
assist and like these easy locks on them, and they're pretty dangerous going out even the thresholds.
Yeah.
Yeah, I've almost fallen out of my chair going over the thresholds, and
Yeah, that's
so.
sketchy.
But no, like around the house and stuff, I'm in my manual chair. But I have like so much nerve damage. I'm always uncomfortable, like I'm crossing legs and turning and up and down. And being in a manual chair is just so hard. I don't know how they do it in one position all day long.
No,
It's,
if you see me today, today's a bad nerd day, so I'm all over the
I know,
place.
me and you see me too. I keep doing my lean.
I know,
I'm
that's
like-
like we all are always doing that. I know.
And I've never
I'm
tried
trying to
a
do
power
something.
chair. I got.
Well,
I
I
mean,
Mornings are the worst. Yeah.
Yeah.
what's your area like? So we talk about, here in Southern California, we're blessed with everything in the sense that everything's easy to get around for the most part. Our transportation it could be better, but we do get a lot of great transportation. So in Nebraska, what's the terrain like? What's your weather
Oh, it's
like?
cold right now.
Yeah, it's freezing.
Yeah.
It's snowing today. It was snowing,
Ooh.
freezing drizzle.
I'm cold when it's 65,
Windy.
though. I wish I was
Me
in
too.
California.
It ain't
Hey,
miserable.
I turned up the heater today to 75, and it's really only 63 degrees outside, and I'm
Oh, that's
cold.
funny. Yeah,
Yeah,
our house
no.
was to 80 in here. Huh? A break?
Yeah.
No, ask him.
The
Do you have is there a break?
say
What's
what?
that?
Is there a break, Sean?
No,
Oh, if
we
you
usually
could-
don't. But if you guys want to, if you need to go do something off camera or
We
go
need
to
to
the
take a quick
bathroom or
break.
anything, dude.
I'll shout
we'll
out the
just talk-
sponsors and stuff right
Yeah,
now in
we'll
the
just
chat.
talk. We can do a
Okay,
little ad break
can I
and thank our
leave?
sponsors.
I'll be right back.
Yeah,
Yeah,
no,
dude,
I'll take this time to shout out our sponsors real quick since we didn't
Yeah,
do that
dude.
yet.
No worries, Jason. Please.
All right, thank you. I'll be right back.
Yeah, of course, of course.
That's
You want to do it,
good.
Sean? I'll let you run it
sure.
this week.
Sure. So yeah, let's thank our sponsors, Mobility Professionals, Urology Professionals. Mobility Professionals is a mobility specialist here in Southern California. So if you're in need of a wheelchair, standing frame, commode, anything like that, give them a call. Anywhere in Southern California, they can hook you up. They're really good with taking care of the insurance, making your life a lot easier with all that stuff. And then Urology Professionals is their sister company, and they are nationwide. So if you need catheter supplies anywhere in the country, if you are in the U.S., they can set you up and take care of everything. Again, like they have great customer service, just great people working there, and they're just a really awesome company. I actually went to their potluck for Thanksgiving and hung out with the company. It was fun, cool. So yeah, they're just good people.
That's
Yeah, no, I always say it, but I think it's important to say, especially in 2022, regardless of your level of disability, if you require catheters, there should be no hindrance to you getting, whatever supplies you need in whatever quantity you require. It's, every insurance, even the free ones, should cover you when it comes to that kind of supplies at the very
Mike,
least. Things can get a little bit more nuanced with wheelchairs and stuff, but if you feel like you're struggling with catheters, any bladder infections, anything you think might be related to your urological supplies or equipment, stop struggling and give them a call because you shouldn't be, and it can be one of the most difficult, burdening things. I mean, we always talk about it like bladder and bowel care stuff is probably some of the hardest stuff to deal with is pairs and quads, but having the right equipment and having regular security in your supplies is paramount to success in staying healthy and preventative care. So do yourself a favor and make sure you're getting the right stuff. I get 250 self catheter kits a month, and I don't know where the heck I'd be without them. Let me tell you that.
yeah, dude.
I'd probably be dysreflexic or peeing all over the place. Who the heck knows?
Yeah, you should definitely not be like reusing catheters or anything like that. Mike, our friend Mike Lee, asked where do they ship from. If you're talking about Urology Pros, they're located in Orange County, like Irvine area. So I believe they ship from
I
their
don't want to
warehouse there. I
speak
don't know though,
incorrectly
actually.
as to like where their processing facilities.
I know that's where their chairs and stuff are. I don't
Yeah.
know where their processing and stuff is.
only
So I
because
can't.
sometimes Mike, I know a lot of the companies have to order from, they don't have everything in their warehouse. So they might have to order, like if you're using some type of leg bag that they just don't carry all the time, they might have to ship from that area. But give them
Yeah.
a call, Mike, and obviously they can explain all the details about where the product shipped from. And especially if you're using some type of product that might not come from their exact warehouse. So you might need to ask them. Sweet.
And
Yeah.
we were just talking about wheelchairs and catheter supplies, which I'm sure y'all
Nah,
are probably super familiar with and have to deal with too much of. So I got a question for you guys. Do y'all
I
live together?
I self-cath.
I saw.
Okay.
What was the
I saw.
question?
Do you guys live together?
Yes.
How long have you lived together?
Since a month after dating.
Really?
Since
Wow.
Yeah.
I've never left.
We weren't joking.
that's
Yeah.
super funny. That's
Jason
Yeah,
just showed up
we've
and
been
stayed one
together
day.
I,
we've been
I,
together for 8 years,
I,
yeah.
I didn't really leave. I don't
Why
think.
aren't you in here?
I'm sorry.
no, you're good. You guys are good. You
You're
were
still
just
on.
a little out
Yeah.
of frame.
I was yeah. I basically after a month after we met a couple months,
Last month.
a,
I got
a
It
month
was
or
a
two.
month, yeah.
Were you in a bad living situation? Were you looking for a place to stay, or you're like, screw it, like, hey, you want to move
Yeah.
in?
Or did you get a flat tire? Like, I can't move anywhere.
No, no.
No,
We paid for the
you
other
were
apartment
not
for a couple years.
yeah.
Okay.
But like it actually kind of worked out because like right when we met, his apartment got a flood on the first floor,
no
and
way.
so
Mm-hmm.
they paid for him to stay at a hotel, and so we were hanging out there, for a while, and then one day we were talking. He knew I was coming over. He didn't answer the door, and so I got kind of scared, freaked out. He wasn't answering his phone calls. But finally, he answered the door, and he's like, I think I have a UTI or something. Something's wrong with me. And I look over, and there's like all this blood. He had this
Oh.
pressure sore on his back, and so I took him to the emergency room, and it was infected. So I saved his life.
Oh my gosh!
I saved his life,
She had to tell a
and
story
You
about
owe
somebody.
your life, Jason. You're in it now.
I'm serious.
Let's just put that down.
I'm not good with blood and stuff. He knows I've passed out like all the time. But I was like, oh God, we gotta go. Yeah, it was not good. And he was there for a couple of weeks, and then his apartment wasn't
Wow.
done, and so he just came back here, and we just been together ever since. And
Now,
That's
what is
awesome.
the living situation? Do you live in an apartment now, or is it like a house?
No, we live in a house.
Okay.
mm,
We live in a house with a garage and a yard.
Okay. Yeah.
Nice.
No, that's
Hey,
nice. I mean, I was gonna ask, like, it sounds like you guys have a whole bunch of wheelchairs, but that's like, especially in Southern California, like me and my girlfriend, like when we're in our power chairs, like she lives in a house, but with a couple of roommates, so there's just a lot of other people and
Oh,
occupied rooms.
it's so
But
yeah.
I
expensive.
have a studio apartment that I live in alone, and so we'll hang out here a lot, but two power chairs in a 325 square
Oh,
foot studio.
yep.
Oh, I
We're
know.
always just like, trying to dance around each other, and it's always
Yeah.
it's always kind of funny.
Yes.
Yeah.
Um,
All my chairs. We have a basement, and it's a pretty big basement. We have an elevator that goes
That is
down.
cool.
Um,
you got an elevator in your house.
That
How
is
cool is
awesome.
that? That is sick.
well, it's a lift. It's not really. It's just a
Lift, but
lift.
it's
It's a
still,
fancy elevator.
yeah, not like a
Hey, it gets you
Like a
up and
hotel
whole.
down. I'll
elevator.
call it an
No,
elevator.
that's cool. A
It takes
lift
a
is
whole
cool.
minute to get
It takes
downstairs.
like 5 minutes to get downstairs.
No, it is a whole complete
But I
minute.
have
Yeah,
the shop is
seriously.
downstairs because it's unfinished, but it has a finished bathroom and a
And big
bedroom.
bedroom.
Oh, that's
But the
cool.
main room is basically a shop. So I have two motorcycle lifts and then a dozen chairs.
He's a photography equipment.
Yeah.
And that's where we have our Bowflex
And
and
then there's
our
the
punching
push
bag.
pocket office over here, and the bedroom downstairs is also like where I come up with my products.
Okay.
Push button
Nice.
quarters.
Like I have, like when I make like a prototype, I'll use anything to make it:
I was gonna,
cardboard, styrofoam, tape.
Yeah.
I glue stuff together.
He did the 3D printer for the push pocket
Yeah,
for the
I had a
board.
3D printer and I did the board with that.
nice. So
Yeah.
I just got a 3D printer. I'm trying to learn how to mess with.
Yeah, since then I've sold it.
Over it. Yeah, cardboard and stuff is easier.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they can be tricky, but don't worry,
Yeah,
Sean.
I'm not gonna. Yeah,
We're gonna get our live
but
to
I've
roll
made some
designs.
stuff. I mean, it's cool. I like them.
Yeah.
Uh,
Well,
I mean,
based
that
on your
was probably
website,
really easy. This
based on
was,
your website, it seems like you have some pretty good computer savvy, at least.
yeah. The
Um,
website's really clean. The pictures are
like those
really
web
good.
skills are pretty on point, dude. We're gonna have to ask you for some tricks.
well,
Uh,
it's
my
hosted by Shopify,
Okay.
and then I did the website, the pictures, and then I had somebody cleaned it up, and then I have an editor to edit it, and then that's it. I
We
have a graphic
nice, man.
designer. I have a
we had
lot
a
of freelancers, basically.
we had a question from the chat. How much did the lift cost to install into your house?
Now, when we built the house, it was actually, I was like kind of all together. So I'm not for sure. And it
I
was so
found
many years
out
ago.
my dad not too long ago, actually a few years ago, told me about $20,000 to $25,000. He said, I don't know why he
Okay.
told me. It was that lift cost about 20 to 25,000 to put in, and he just told me that out of the blue.
Hmm.
Um, Now this is a little bit more of a personal question. Again, you guys feel free to answer whatever you want, no pressure. But do you guys have any caregivers come in, help you out, assist you with daily care, things around the house, or do you manage everything on your own?
Well, like 3 days a week, I'll have someone come in, just for like a couple of hours,
Yep.
and they kind of help out with like laundry and changing the bedding. It's so hard to change the sheets.
Yeah.
And just um, well, that's kind of all, I guess.
Yeah.
Uh,
No, I was just
it's
I was just
just little
curious.
couple things throughout the day. Yeah, we need
Yeah.
help with. We make quite a bit of messes, and we save it for them to
For the
see.
help.
I don't know. I mean, is this a dumb question? I'm a para, but do all quads have a caregiver?
It's not a
Not
dumb
all, but a
question,
lot.
but most.
Yeah.
Like I can do my care mostly. Same with my girlfriend, but we both have someone 2 to 3 days a week to help us out. In that, I don't know, like it's just tiring to do it 7 days a week, and I can do it 7 days a week, and I can keep that going for a couple weeks. But after that, like
Right.
I want a real shower. Like I need someone to help get my ass in there, and like it's nice to
Okay.
have that a couple days a week, just to
Okay.
take the burden off and to save that energy for other stuff. But some quads rock it solo, and but the kind of nuance of spinal cord injury plays into it a little bit too, because I know some quads that are like more incomplete and super super capable, but it's
Yeah.
still probably be considered like our level.
Like
Um,
movies. Yeah.
yeah,
Yeah, and
and I
that's
mean
what
the
like
main.
I
I
was
was
gonna say.
sorry,
I
Sean,
know a
you
lot of
go.
like rugby, like higher functioning quads that don't have any care. They can pretty much manage, but they are a little bit higher functioning. Like
Yeah.
Jesse would know, like people like 2.5s and up, maybe even some twos are doing all their
Even
own
from
care too.
1.5, even 1.5s and
Some
up. So
yeah, Joey, yeah, some
I'm
of
a
them
little
do.
but
it
yeah,
just,
Yeah,
I in
so
this
that,
group of
one.
us, between Sean, Tom, and I, it's like, yeah, we can do it all, but it's a lot for every day. And
yeah,
I mean
Right.
now even for me, 33 years later, everything's starting to slow down the shoulders, and in my 50s and going, oh man, let me have more help. Let me have more help. Yeah. So
Yeah,
Yeah.
it is nice to get a lot more help these days
Like
than
what?
back in my 20s when, yeah, I would go like 4 days without anybody helping out except for I get to work and I'm like, here, can you put on this one shoe that's giving me a problem? And everybody just, kind of laugh real quick and then just, you know, that was it. I just, or I'd come in, they're like, damn, your pants are on crooked. I'm like, well, so what?
And when I put them
That's
on
funny.
backwards, I
That's
just
funny.
leave them.
Yeah, like yeah, because when
That's worse.
when I first got injured, it was 20 years ago, and I was the only person at Madonna, besides one other
That's a
person that
rehab place.
actually
Yeah.
passed
yeah,
away while I was there. And
wow,
so I didn't know any other people
wow,
that were paralyzed, and then everybody I met was a guy. I didn't get to meet any females, and that's always was a problem for
yeah,
me. But when I got in my accident, I broke everything like twice, and so I never got any rehab at all. And so I actually learned how to transfer and everything with Jason. And but with the like getting into my shower chair, and like the 3 days a week, like you're talking about for a shower. Like I
yeah,
can't get into that thing. I don't know. We're trying to get like a ceiling track,
uh huh,
that will like take me like and drop me into the chair, so then we can just because I can't get into the shower chair without like ripping something and
But we've had to.
Yeah.
yeah.
yeah. That's what the
no,
Yeah,
shower
we've
transfers,
done
man.
it together. Yeah.
that's
Yeah.
what I really want to invent is like a quadriplegic transferable shower chair. I know it's not impossible, but it's something that like I really wish that I had, that I could like just get into a shower if I wanted to, by achieving that. But similar to what you're saying, like it's an impossible transfer for me. And then
Yeah.
my bathroom just isn't really accessible either in my place. Like I have a regular tub. Like my girlfriend, she's got an awesome roll-in shower, which I just got to convince her to let me shack up with her, like Jason did with you. But
Please don't leave.
Um, Point over
I
on
don't.
mine.
Hey, I'm taking notes over here. Okay, I'm taking notes. I just
Come
gotta
on,
show
Sean.
up and not leave
Where's the
one day.
purple card, man?
Yeah,
But
we
I
yeah
I
we
can't
got
had
get my
a
tail
I
yeah we
had
got a
this
roll-in
ceiling.
shower with two shower heads, so we're good.
Okay, that cool.
Yeah, but yeah, he
Um,
helps a lot. Yeah.
That's good.
I had a ceiling track lift in my home that I grew up in.
Did it
because I
work?
was yeah, I did. And honestly, it saved my mom's back. I was injured when I was 4 years old. So for the first few years, I was tiny enough to just pick up and, move wherever they needed me to. But, as soon as I hit like my adolescence and my teenage years, my mom's back was really struggling. And same with my dad, just like transferring me all the time, in and out of the shower, just that low lift. But we ended up getting the insurance to we were like one of the only families in like the history of the insurance company to get it 100% covered, and it was a ceiling track from my bedroom to our bathroom, and
Like,
that's
Yeah,
exactly what it would
actually,
do. Like I would hang in a sling right along the rails until I got to the shower
right,
and then lower me down.
right. That's
Yeah,
what I want. I've been talking about that for a long time. I was like, that's all I need, because like my
uh,
caregiver, she's been my friend for 8 years, and
yeah,
so but she doesn't even I'm tiny too, so she just
yeah,
picks me up and puts me in my chair for me, and then that's all her job is until I'm done, and then she just
yeah.
has to pick me back up, and I was like, that's sad that just to get out of that shower chair is so hard, but
Yeah. Well, I hope you can get the ceiling lift because they're pretty cool, and I love that they're just out of the way too. It's like I have to
Yeah,
deal
that
with a
is
Hoyer
cool.
lift right now, and I swear it's just like the biggest pain in the ass because
right.
anytime anybody goes into my bathroom, they gotta dance around the Hoyer lift or move
Oh
it
we
yeah.
out
just work
entirely.
on it.
Yeah,
Funny you said that. Yeah, we have to get a new one.
Well, we don't even use ours for
The
like
light, the
using
electrical
me.
one, yeah, short like in the electrical.
But we
okay.
don't even use our Hoyer lift. Like I said, if my friend she just lifts me, we just have it for whatever. But he
Yeah.
actually he uses them
I use it for
to work with. He'll like bring
like
up
a cherry picker.
like a
We
yeah.
we
Nice.
had a comment earlier from our friend Kelly How I Roll says he uses his Hoyer lift as a cherry picker to work on
Yeah,
his
yeah.
wheelchair. So
He'll take the
hey,
whole
That's
that's
great.
pretty cool.
There it
he
is.
took the whole seat off of a power chair seat off of the base of a chair, and it was just hanging in this Hoyer lift, and we get it. He gets it done. That's that's the best part. Is just he's just so fun. We figure stuff out. It's
Yeah,
great.
that's one thing.
Well,
Yeah,
I've
being
definitely pulled the Hoyer lift down, used it just as like, little mobile like hanging coat rack something, it's like whatever I
mhm,
need, just like get
mhm.
something out of the way, I'll just go hanging on the Hoyer lift and shut the door.
Yeah.
Because I just live in a tiny apartment. Um, but it's thanks for answering. I when I first started dating my girlfriend, I had like 7 days a week morning care. Like I had a shower every day. I had help dressing every day. And I don't know. I was still like pretty independent living on my own, but not fully in that sense that I was having somebody coming in and out every day, at least for an hour or two to help me kind of get up and get started. But after I started dating Caitlin, I don't know, like those mornings and stuff were just a lot more valuable, especially of like the times I would spend over at her place or she'd stay over here. It was just like, real pain in the ass to have someone show up every morning and stuff. But we also had a lot of travel aspirations too. And I just had a lot of the
It's-
travel aspirations personally. And part of that was like, okay, I got to be able to go into a hotel and navigate some of this stuff or all of this stuff independently. So I
Yeah.
really like worked and pushed myself to do that. But me and Caitlin we help each other out a lot too. Like we're
yeah,
always like we're each other's caregivers to a certain extent, and that we're always just there to help each other. If we need to, it's just because that's what you do. For the ones you love,
yeah.
right?
She's my caregiver too.
Yeah, yeah. Well, it
But
sounds like it. She
she's
saved
my
your
only
life,
caregiver.
Jason. Come on.
That's the only caregiver. She helps. She does.
She saved
She
your life.
follows
She
me
drives
around
you
and
everywhere. Come on. Just kidding.
He doesn't even know. He's a messy little boy, but I also have a little bit of an
she's always
OCD
behind me picking
problem.
something up.
I
Like,
have
what are you doing?
I have a little bit of OCD problem, and he knows that. So like, if it's laying out,
If I'm eating food, she's cleaning around me.
I he's like, I wasn't done eating that. He'll look down, the
I
plate's
know.
gone.
It's something can't be a month from being expired because it'll be gone. I'm like, what about Dorothy? Where's my barbecue sauce? Where's everything?
Oh,
That's
yeah.
so
It was
funny.
expired.
And you guys do a lot of traveling together, is that right?
Oh yeah,
Yeah. We actually
we've
just
done a lot, a
we,
lot.
yeah, we just were going through our little you know, keepsake box, and we had like it was almost 2 inches, 2 inches stacked hotel cards, and I have all of
Wow.
them. I have all of them labeled for where we were, what day, what we did. But yeah, even if
That's
it's just for
cool.
a day and stuff,
A lot of
we
Colorado
would just
trips.
go out. Yeah, a lot of Colorado.
Do you
Okay,
guys?
so go ahead,
I
Sean.
was gonna say, do you guys typically road trip for your trips, or you guys fly sometimes?
We typically road trip,
Nice.
but
Yeah,
we've flown to
love
Florida.
it.
That was an experience. They broke her chair.
You know,
It basically fell off the plane. They had to stop the plane, like on the runway, and we're like, sorry, folks, we have to close the door. It opened.
yeah, we were like almost going up. We were like as
And we're
straight
like,
going
wait, is that
fast,
has to
you
do with
know,
us?
looking like we're getting ready to go up, and all of a sudden they
So
like
we
slam the
landed, and
brakes.
they handed her chair like in pieces.
This is at midnight in Florida, and the whole
I was
footrest
smart enough to be like, you know
was
what?
off.
I'm bringing all my tools because I know these guys are gonna break something.
So I
Oh,
Good
lost my
thing I
chair.
did.
Yeah.
I was gonna say, good thing you're traveling with a wheelchair mechanic. Holy moly!
I
Like,
Yeah,
know.
indeed.
This chair came up there, the seat, the what is that? The footrest
The
on
the
the
whole foot
seat.
panel, yeah.
Yeah, and it
So
was
like your feet would just be dangling, you know, that
I'm
whole
like, what
panel
you
yeah.
was
doing?
off of it. And,
That
I mean, yeah,
sucks.
it was,
The
yeah.
guy's like, maybe
Uh,
maintenance can look at it. It's like one of the
yeah.
morning. Yeah,
So
that was
when you guys road trip though, how does
that's
that work?
fun.
So I did a road trip to Arizona recently with Caitlin, and she drove. She drives. She's like my chauffeur. I don't drive personally. I for whatever reason I just haven't. The road scares me. Other people driving scare me. But so she'll drive. She drives from her chair too, and there's just like no bench in the middle of her van. So like I'll just post up in my chair, like secure myself, and like we'll roll out. So like when you guys drive, like how does that all work? How do you do it?
Oh, me? Oh,
Well,
well,
Jesse,
it's
Jason, either of you guys, you said you're the road warrior, so you drive from your chair. And then
okay.
Jason, like, do you transfer out and sit on the bench? Do you stay in your chair a lot of the times when she drives, or are you
No,
always out?
so in her van I use my chair to
Yeah,
drive.
we have it's the whole center. There's no chairs,
Yeah,
and
yeah,
then we take both the driver's seat and the passenger seat out. So
yeah,
yeah, there's nowhere for nobody to sit except for the very back.
yeah.
So but and then yeah, we just both sit in our chairs, and so we got
Cool.
a lot of room to pack some stuff. Yeah.
These
Hmm.
questions are probably not relatable to anybody, but y'all are like the first people I get to ask about like how you
I'm
guys
so
road trip
happy
and
you
stuff
brought
Tom's
like
just
that
that.
doing
up.
like
From the
personal.
power chairs and stuff like that. I'm just
Hey,
over
Tom,
here,
you want,
it's
you
just
want Sean and I to leave? And
no, 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 it's all
What
good.
do you want to
It's
ask?
all good. We're actually coming up on 4:30, and I don't want to keep these guys too long over the hour that they committed to because we really appreciate you guys coming and spending the time that you have with us. Um, and yeah, thanks for letting me pick your brain with some questions and stuff too. I just remember that was like one of the highlights of my Chicago trip was like talking to you guys because you were staying in a hotel together and stuff. And I remember we just like nerded out for like 10 minutes on
We
like all
did.
the little nuances and intricacies of,
Yeah,
like,
we were like going
yeah,
over
yeah,
the back.
navigating like, hotels and stuff with like two wheelchair users. But me and Kaylin, we just went and spent 5 days in Phoenix at a hotel. And it was like the longest time we had spent in a hotel together, like helping each other out, and it was successful and it was really cool and it was honestly like really like empowering too. I'm like, heck
Yeah.
yeah, like we can do it, like we can do
It
it
was
with
Yeah,
you
pretty
good for
people.
cool.
you.
Yeah, yeah,
Yeah,
Heck yeah.
we were talking about going to Vegas. Well, because there was an Abilities Expo in Vegas. But yeah, we want to transfer, or we want to, travel, go somewhere. We haven't decided. He wants to go to Brazil or Sweden, all over the place.
All
I
those
want to.
kids.
I want to go
Yeah.
to Japan. I'm trying to figure
That's
out
it.
how to get to Japan because I'm not sure I could do the 14-hour flight to get over there. But I'm like problem solving. I'm like maybe I could take a boat. Just like take a couple months off.
Take like a 2 week trip off just to
Yeah,
get there.
It'll probably be like a month. Like sailing. Then a
that
month
would
to
be
get back.
better.
Japan.
It
Have you
might be fun,
been?
man. But yeah,
Where
dude,
have you
I
been
want to do that
in your
international travel
wheelchair?
too.
What was
What was
that,
that,
Jason?
Jason?
Where have you been in your wheelchair? Have you traveled to out of country?
This summer was kind of like my big venture into that. I've done a lot of traveling my whole life, just around like California, Nevada, like down towards Arizona. Um,
Do you have
but
anything?
this
Do
summer, huh?
you have anything planned?
Well, this summer I did a train trip to Chicago. Well, to Chicago.
Yeah,
Yeah,
That's
he
where
took
I'm
a train
at.
out there.
And then
I couldn't
just a
I've
believe
been
couple
you
doing
weeks.
did
that.
that.
Yeah.
How was that?
It was not great. I mean, it was awesome because it was me and my mom and my sister. And like they're just amazing people and super fun to travel with. And it was kind of a fun way to travel like with them, like good company, because we were stuck in a train car together for 4 days basically.
How
But
long?
that was two.
Four
It was two
days.
days
Wow.
out there, two
2 days,
days
yeah.
back, and then I was confined to the accessible car, meaning like I couldn't go to other cars. I couldn't go to the viewing car or the meal car, which honestly was super lame. It
Mm.
was a really unique way and a pretty comfortable way to travel if you're like comfortable in your chair. But it was 2 days straight. And like had to get help transferring onto the, train chair and stuff. And then the bathroom wasn't accessible. Like I could fit in there,
Oh,
but the
I hate
door
that.
wouldn't close because my casters would stick out,
Mm.
and that's not accessibility. Not for 2 days on a train, which sucks. But the conductor did say that there are better trains. Caitlin took a trip to Oregon in her power chair, and they had a like fully accessible bathroom. You like go in and turn the chair around and stuff, and have more meaningful accessibility. So it's just kind of hit or miss. And they did tell me that when I booked the tickets that this train was, not awesome, but it was an experience. And then a
Yeah.
couple weeks after that, I flew to Houston with Shawn, and it was me, Shawn, and our buddy Cage. And that was solo. I didn't go with any caregivers, no family members, just this guy right here and our friend Cage. And stayed in the hotel for 5 days by myself. Me and Shawn did hire a caregiver a couple of the days there to just help us out. So that was successful and really cool. And then a few weeks after that, me and Caitlin road trip to Arizona, and stayed there, and then road trip back. Which it was not bad drive. It was like 6 hours, so it was like a pretty reasonable,
Yeah.
comfortable drive, and we weren't too far from home. So I've dipped my toes. We were figuring
Tom
out
did the
our
full planes, trains, and
Yeah.
That's
automobiles
cool.
this summer, man.
Yeah, so this summer was big for me because I did it. I did it all successfully, and then we're planning out next year. We want to go to a couple more abilities expos, and depending on how the funding goes and stuff, I want to do a live to roll trip somewhere. Like I want to do a live to roll Vegas trip where we're not doing the expo thing. We're just partying and having fun, or something like that. So we'll
Put me
see.
down for that.
All right,
Yeah.
Jesse and
So
Jason, you guys will
When
get the
is the
invite.
Los Angeles Expo?
it's
March
Um,
March, I think 8th to 10th.
8th. Yeah, 8th.
Ooh.
and
You
the
guys
LA
should come
Expo
out. It's the
is one of
biggest
the
one.
biggest. It is the biggest one.
You guys
And
would
It's
people would
popping.
love your product here for sure.
and just
It's a
tonight
great,
you sold one to someone in California,
yeah,
and that's
just right now, just from our area, just because they like. So
That's sweet.
That's where we're moving.
Thanks,
That's where I'm
Sean.
going.
Well,
Thanks,
I was gonna say you can't
Sean.
beat the weather either. If
No,
nothing else,
we,
just come out for the company and the warm weather and the good
we
vibes,
look.
and
It's
we'll
so
make sure
expensive.
to take care of you guys when you're out here. Show you the California love.
Yeah.
Um,
Definitely.
but we're coming out to Nebraska too. I know it's a little rural out there, but I want
We'll
to
see
come to
you
Lincoln.
around.
I
Mhm.
got
It's
I got
cool.
some family out
You'll have
out
fun.
that way, And yeah, I love me some country, so like I'm ready for it.
It's not that
Yeah,
country.
At
and we're
least,
definitely
yeah.
planning to do the Chicago one again this summer in
Cool.
June.
We'll be
So we'll be
there.
trying to come out. Yeah, because with Nikki and Ashley out there too, we want to get out there and see them. And hopefully this summer, Bobby will be all healed up and ready to travel with us again. So this last summer, he was trying to mend some surgical wounds, or a surgical wound.
Okay. So you'll be out there with them.
All right.
But he'll be out with us this
You
next
three
year. So
basically doing this.
What's up?
So you three are with this Live to Roll.
Well,
Sean.
yeah,
Shawn started Live to Roll, it's like 7 years ago, just doing YouTube videos on transferring, how he does his like,
yeah.
care, how he navigates life, traveling, whatnot. And then we had the idea to do the podcast right kind of towards, it was before the pandemic, but the pandemic really like sparked us to like, hey, let's do something
We
because
were at a
we're,
bar.
we're bored
We were
sitting at
at a
home.
bar. Sean goes, I want to do more with my channel. And we were pretty drunk. So we said, hey, why don't
And
you
that was
do
after the Abilities Expo in LA. We were all drinking.
Friday night?
I
It was a
didn't.
Friday night after we had a little
We
bit
just
of.
all had hung. We were all just hanging out in LA, and yeah, that's where it came out. That's where it came from. Was just drinking and
That's
talking
how it
like,
happened.
what should we do with this channel?
And
Uh,
yeah, we've
That's a
been
good story,
we,
man.
uh,
That's pretty
We do
cool.
have Brianna. The other part of the channel is we do a women's disability show like twice a month. And that's hosted by Brianna. So she's a big part of Live to Roll as well. Same with Maya and Nikki and Ashley. They're
They're on
constantly
every
helping us
month as well too.
host
Yeah,
and, like do these shows and keep new content flowing. So, we found like a cool little space and I just love this format. We have viewers from all over the world. In some cases like Philippines, UK, Nepal. Like crazy, crazy places.
That's cool.
And I just love how YouTube is an accessible, free space anywhere in the world as long as you got a smartphone and an internet connection. Which almost everybody has nowadays. So, I love that it's just an accessible space. Anybody can, for anywhere, can come and join us. It's been pretty cool, and I think the people that come and watch us hopefully enjoy it too, because it's a lot of fun for us. But we're definitely trying to grow it into something more. And I don't know, like I got a big passion for trying to understand how people around the world, navigate this wheelchair space outside of the U.S. Like how do they do it in Japan? How do they do it in Vietnam? How do they do it in Central America and different places? Um, we talked to a
Yeah,
lot of people at the Abilities Expos, but I think there's just so many human stories, so many inspiring stories, just kind of like your guys too, to share, and they're really fun to, kind of hunt
that's
hunt
cool.
down and navigate.
yeah.
and
It's awesome for us to
I was
highlight
so
people. Like,
nervous. I was so nervous at first, like when we went to the first Abilities Expo, because like we've never, like we just make our Coach Pocket, and we've never did like marketing or talked to anybody about it, and so I was real nervous. Like I felt like I had to like sell it or something.
Yeah,
But then then I met you guys, and you guys, everybody was just so cool and chill, and then like all they had to do was just answer questions about the Coach
Yeah,
Pocket, and
yeah,
then it was like everything just was so fun. Like I wasn't selling it. I was just telling everybody like why I love it and why
yeah, I do.
yeah.
it was so great. Like this
Well,
last expo that we went to in Iowa, there was so many kids at this one, and
that's
like they were like they were so happy, like they would hug their Coach Pockets,
Yeah,
and
kids are fun to
yeah,
sell
and she
to.
was like this one little girl about the purse, because like
yeah,
like I said, I've never had anywhere to hang or a purse on my manual chair, and this little girl came up. She was probably like 8 or something, but she hugged it and she's like, "I'm the happiest little girl in the world," and like I almost started crying.
yeah,
I'm like,
yeah.
this is like the awesome. This is
that's
when you have people that know like kind of what you need, or like someone maybe your disability level. Like you said, that's the best people that help you make it and
Well,
make it better.
it's a very special kind of connection to meet someone in a similar situation but maybe at a different point in their rehabilitation and recovery and stuff, and so like
Yeah.
make that human connection. And because like I've encountered it a couple of times at the expos too, talking to like mostly like parents of like younger kids that have been injured in chairs, just because that's what my parents went through, and like me being injured in my adolescence, and just talking to them and seeing their experience and seeing, kind of the, all these unknowns dancing around in their eyes and stuff, just to be able to make connection, them to see me, having like been dealing with
Right.
this stuff for so long, and kind of give them some reassurance that, hey, like anybody can, recover and, discover a normal life and stuff. It's very impactful for um, those individuals, and then for us too, to like make those connections. It's
Yeah.
very, very
Just
cool,
positive.
super beautiful.
Yeah.
um Shawnee
I,
boy, anything else you wanted to um ask, we want to cover? I know we're a little over
No, I
there.
mean,
I got one more question, if you don't mind.
yeah,
One more personal question.
yeah. If you have
When
another
you
one,
guys go out,
Awesome.
Jason taking Jesse out on a date or the other way around, do you guys get a lot of people that stare at you?
Do we?
I
um,
mean, I don't know
don't
if it happens at Lincoln,
they
but
just
like,
don't pay
Yeah,
attention?
I mean,
That's what
people
I
look,
do.
I think people
but I'm looking at
definitely
them too.
yeah, you're looking
I
at
don't
them
know.
too.
see, and I don't even notice at all. I'm usually like, I see something twinkly and I'm, off
Yeah.
in la la land. I don't pay attention to other people.
Yeah, I don't really care.
No, I,
But
I, I don't really care either. I just notice, and I've been dealing with it my whole life too. It's like someone stares at me, I'll smile back, and like try to get a smile from them, and I never really mind. The only reason I ask this is I notice that when Kaylin and I go out, whether it's just mall shopping or for like a date or something, it's like the looky loo factor like turns up like
aw,
a
yeah,
hundred times. Like I just feel like everybody's staring at us, like rolling through the crowd or something, or even just sometimes like someone will come up and say something too, and especially if I'll be like, leaning on her, she's leaning on me or something, and again, don't really ever mind them. I was just
Yeah, I know
curious
what you
if that was
mean.
like something else that you guys, had to deal with. Um, but
yeah,
generally, it's all pretty positive and it's all love, and like my excuse is
It
like,
is.
damn, we're just looking extra good tonight. It's
That's
yeah.
right.
I mean, he's so handsome, you can't help but look.
Right? Stop.
exactly.
Uh,
Well, Jesse and Jason, thank you guys so much. We appreciate you guys
Thank you.
taking the time. I know it's a little later in Nebraska, so spending your evening with us, we really, really appreciate it.
Yeah,
Everybody in the chat, make sure you go check out the link. Will be posted below. Go check out Kush Pockets. Get yourself one if you think it's a handy accessory that might be of help in incorporating it into your life. We can all attest that it will be. They are quality products made and designed
there
by
you go.
pairs and quads
Yeah.
for other wheelchair users. So yeah, go check them out.
Well, thank you guys so
Yeah.
much. It was nice seeing you guys again and
also,
meeting
Thank you
Yeah,
so
you.
much.
and
Great
also, real
seeing you.
absolutely.
quick, don't forget that on Thursday, Brianna will be on with the women's show coming up in a couple days here, and of course, we will be back on next week every Tuesday with a new live show. Whoops,
You guys are
and
going to be hearing about our
bam.
Friendsgiving Live to Roll fundraiser that's happening this
Oh
Saturday.
yeah, that's
It's
it. This
unfortunate. We'll maybe try to do a stream from the party for a little while. I think that'd be like fun to set up, but we're going to be meeting in person and hanging
Yeah,
out,
we're doing like a
partying.
big party this Saturday
Yeah.
fundraiser for us down here in Huntington Beach, or at Bobby's
Wow.
house. So
So hey, if you
Wow.
guys are feeling really adventurous,
Huntington
Jesse,
Beach, I've been there. That's nice.
it's
Man,
yeah, it's
Lucky
nice.
you.
Except for
yeah.
it's about there might right now. It was yesterday. Rain was on the forecast for Saturday, but today it's off. So we're hoping it stays off for the forecast,
Hopefully, man. That's
yeah.
and we get a nice
And
oh
I
nice
talked over the
that
rolling over
sounds
the hill
fun.
plug. Bring it up one more time, Sean.
oh yeah, and well yeah, Bobby and Robert also doing rolling over the hill the second and fourth Thursdays, which they'll be on the second Thursday of next month. So
And that's just
and
talking more about like aging with disability, like living long term in the chair, navigating some of the unique stuff that comes along with that. And it's a really awesome, fun show that the two Bobbies, Robert and Robert, are putting on for us. So yeah,
We're
we
old folks.
appreciate
and
everybody
our other
in the
friend
chat.
Steve in the chat from around here just said he's checking out the Kush Pockets right now. So we
Awesome.
might have got you another one sold out here in California.
I hear that deal
Nice,
coming.
Thank you guys.
Yeah,
Appreciate
thank
that.
you.
Well, no, we appreciate you
Bobby,
guys.
it's nice to meet you.
Yeah,
Nice
you're
to meet
awesome.
you, Jason and Jesse.
Yeah, you guys, thank you for joining us. That was awesome. And if you want, you don't have to hang up right after we get off. You can hang on for just a second. But if you got to go, no
yeah.
problem.
Yeah, hang on
But
for a
thank
second
you guys
so he can
all
say
for
goodbye.
watching in the chat. We appreciate you guys. And we'll see you next week. See you on Thursday. And live to roll, everybody.
Peace out.